Hello and welcome, people of the internet. Starshot Sky back to bring you some more, or back to now bring you some Hearthstone today. Sorry, just forgetting one quick thing here. There we go. Probably better have a little bit more lighting. But yeah, so today's a special day in that today's the first day of the Boomsday project expansion that just came out for Hearthstone today. I've still been keeping up with it here and there, trying to get some gold and all that. And I was fortunate to have plenty of gold so that I could buy some free packs. And of course I got my legendary as well, but I figured I would show that off once I open all my packs, just to see what I end up getting for the day. I'm not sure if I'll play for the entire stream for Hearthstone. I'm not sure yet, just depending on kind of what there is to do. Since sadly there's no Tavern Brawl, but sadly the Tavern Brawls for any new expansion have never been, I think, the most outstanding part of it. But hopefully we get plenty of nice cards to give a try, maybe play an arena or two. And we'll see if they ever, like, I'm curious. I haven't heard anything about a solo adventure. So I'll be curious if they do anything for the Boomsday or not, or if they'll just have to save that for next expansion after the whole thing with the monster hunt. But just to let people know, I haven't really looked at the cards too closely. Like, I don't know all them all, so I might be reading a few of them just to see what they do and how good they are. I do hope to get a few of the legendaries. I'm not sure which ones yet. Like, I saw the mage spell one at least, which seemed interesting. But let's go ahead and just see what we got. We get the return of the mechs. So there's plenty of mech synergy, especially in Wild. Let's see, Whirl Glider, summon a 0-2 Goblin Bomb, a 2-1 for 2, so not bad. Discover, well, maybe not the best stats, but still. Let's see, Discover a Secret, Hunter, of course, Magnetic and Poisonous, so Venomizer could be really useful depending on kind of what you can magnetic to. Rusty Recycler, Taunt and Lifesteal, so that's actually a really good one to try and magnetic to, at least. And then Missile Launcher. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all other characters. Okay, so it does it to you and to your enemies. So, like, depending on kind of what class or what type of play you're going for, it could be either really good or really bad. Yeah, that's... So definitely some interesting cards. Like I can understand that there are a few cards that are kind of have the magnetic property, and then there are like base cards you'd want to buff when you can. I guess I'm guessing you can silence anyone that's been magnetized, and they'll get rid of the buffs, I believe, but I haven't tested that myself yet. So nothing too big right now. Let's see, deal 2 damage, summon a 0-2 bomb. Deal 6 damage to this minion. Okay, I feel like if there was a way to get around that battle cry, that would be really good. Otherwise, you're probably better off not playing it. If you're holding a spell that costs 5 or more, gain +1/+1. Oh, cool. So you have almost a 4/4 for 3. That's actually really good. Most of the time you only get 3/4s, or a 3/4. And then we Gloop Sprayer, which summon a copy of each adjacent minion. Okay, that's actually pretty interesting. Depending on how you can set that up, it could be really powerful. But, of course, the question being you actually have minions out on your board. Battlecry, discover a spell that costs 5 or more. So yeah, definitely Arcane Dynamo will see some play, especially if the certain spell mage happens, or probably a few other classes have some good spells to look at too. So we'll see kind of what else we get here. Let's see, Skater Bots. Seeing quite a bit of that. It's a nice one drop, especially if you can give any of your other mechs rush. It's pretty powerful. Then the Explodinator, summon 2 Goblin Bombs, it's alright. And then the Mecharoo is pretty much the replacement for that one Warlock card. But this time everyone can get one, so that should help. Summon 2 1/1 Sparks with Rush, Overload 1, not bad. 2/2 stats. Then can attack right away, so it's pretty much good either on turn 1 or turn 2 if you need some early game. And then give your weapon +1 attack. So definitely something rogues or warriors will probably use mostly. Not that great for the stats though. Oh cool, my first epic. Oh cool, we got the Onoyo module with the Magnetic Divine Shield and Taunt for a 2/4, so definitely I think for its cost it's not too bad, even if it is only 2 more health and 1 +1 attack for the original, which was only 2. So it is an upgraded, but the magnetic I think makes it that much better because then you're able to pretty much give taunt, divine shield, and taunt to anything else along with the stats. So we'll see. Swap means attack and health. Well, that's fairly standard, even if it is a 0 cost, so that's actually pretty big. Pretty much a free alchemist, so if you don't need the body, it could be really good. And then each player gains 2 mana crystals. I'll be curious to see kind of how this ramp druid works out. Like, it could be really good if you're mostly playing the big stuff, but it could be bad if your opponent has some big stuff he's holding on to as well. And then, the first epic we got Augmented Elic. Whenever you shuffle a card into a deck, shuffle in an extra copy. So, definitely a combo piece, really. I think I've seen a few cards with the shuffle thing, but I'm not sure how good they are yet, so we'll see. So we got a Steel Rager now, and this time it has Rush, so 1 more mana crystal for Rush. I guess that's alright, since the original was usually 3 for a 5/1. So at least you will get value out of it. It won't just get pinged or answered too easily right away, if you have something in mind. And the Demonic Project I think will be interesting. I'm curious to see kind of what shenanigans will come of it. But who knows how often people will play it. And then we got Omega Assembly. So we got the Warrior Discover card, which I think is pretty cool. Like, I'll definitely want to do a Warrior mech deck if I can get Dr. Boom at all. Oh, cool. We got Glowtron. So it's a 1/3 mech for 1. So that's pretty standard. And the magnetic makes it so that, it's not just a crap 1-drop when you don't need one. Like later on in the game, you can give it to someone else and they can get some extra health. Then add a spark with rush to your hand. Draw a card, copy it if you played an elemental last turn. Oh, that's a new one. Well, technically they're all new ones, but this is interesting in the sense that it's the idea that alright, see, draw a card, copy it if you played an elemental last turn. So it's pretty much, the idea is it's a draw 2/2-drop spell, but only if you played an elemental last turn. So definitely a good card. I definitely see that getting play plenty. Deal 1 damage to all minions, overload 2. So Not bad, especially if you can buff its spell damage. Definitely get spell damage for this. Of course, the issue being that it hits all minions, so you'll lose anything that, you know, won't survive the spell. Oh cool, another epic. Ooh, and the first legendary. So we got these two we know, Trending Tauren, or Tending Tauren, not Trending. Give your minions +1/+1 or summon 2 Treants. I think it could be good. It's a bit costly for its stats, but its ability is kind of what does it, since it does give you 4/4 worth of stats. So I guess you could think of this as more like a 7/8 for its cost of over 3 bodies. But of course, the +1/+1, you wouldn't really use that unless you like have 4 minions, I think, out. Because as I said, you know, the 2/2s are four worth of stats and for its cost. So if you want to kind of make up for that, then you know the only other reason you would play the 1/1 ability would be um, if you were pretty much had lethal if you just needed 2 more damage. See, and then my epic here is the Star Aligner. Haven't seen this one. If you control 3 minions with 7 health, deal 7 damage to all enemies. Wow, that is really nice. Of course, the condition to make it happen is a bit hard to pull off, though. Trying to have a bunch of 7 health minions. You know, it would definitely feels like that card's probably gonna go into priest, especially if you can buff enough minions to have that 7 health. But who knows? Definitely an interesting card, but pretty hard to pull off. But for its at least base stats and cost, it's pretty standard. Like have 7 health, 7 attack for 7. That's still pretty good. Just look to Dr. Boom. Of course, he could do an extra 8 damage potentially. But let's go ahead and see what our little legendary here is this time. And we got Floop's Glorious Gloop, the legendary druid spell. Whenever a minion dies this turn, gain 1 mana crystal this turn only. So definitely like it's definitely one of those things you would want to probably put in your Zoolock, or not Zoolock, your Zoo Druid. If you have just an easy bunch of little 1/1s or 1 attack minions that you could play, and you needed the last few mana crystals to, you know, get yourself up to 10. I guess I would have to see what cards would require to have the that require the 10 cost, because I know there are a few cards that do, like that mech one or the warrior one. But like I would think this would be really good if you can get at least 2 crystals out of it. Since the thing, like, you have to guarantee you're gonna get some crystals out of it no matter what if you want to make it worth anything. But of course you wouldn't want to do it, you know, like there's no point to it turn 10, so it's just kind of one of those things. I'd be curious what would happen if you kept gaining mana crystals when you were maxed out, if it would give you extra mana to draw stuff, or get a coin maybe. We'll see. It's definitely not the one I was hoping to get first, but yeah, I'll see what I can do with it when the time comes to some crafting here. So, well, let's go ahead and see what else we can get. Hopefully we can, you know, with only our first 7 packs, there are a lot more legendaries to come. Let's see. So, just plenty of commons with another rare. We've said about that. Galvanizers, that would be good for any mech decks. Definitely almost an auto-include for anyone running mechs. Summon a random minion from your hand that costs 2 or less. Interesting. It's pretty much like a piloted shredder, except worse, because it requires that you know, get a minion from your hand. So, we'll kind of see how big that is. At least it does give you a bit more control, so you won't always end up getting Doomsayer, which has helped and hindered many number of players back in the day, but I can see kind of what they're doing here with Reaper, trying to bring back something and make it new again. see. So, nothing big this time. We got Kaboom. Deal 4 damage to random enemy minion. Okay, this doesn't go face, sadly. Then summon two 1/1 microbots. So that's about a 4/3. So, yeah, that's alright for its stats. You know, across 3 bodies. It's alright. And then the Tending Touring once again. So at least we got a full set for these two. And another Reaper. So we're pretty much getting the cards we need to fill out here. But we'll see if we can get any other class cards. Because I feel like we're kind of been missing out on those. Hey, Dark Minion. Yeah, I'm playing Hearthstone today. I've actually been playing Hearthstone since the beginning, and so I've kept with it enough that I always have gold for the expansions. So that's kind of what I'm doing today. I'm just here opening packs, seeing what I get with all the free gold I've been accumulating, and then we'll see kind of what I can make out of it for the day. But yeah, I'll probably only be playing Hearthstone today just because, uh, sadly, I'm not sure how much my audience enjoys me playing Hearthstone. Oh, cool, the Mechanical Whelp. Definitely interesting death rattle. You know, it's 7/7, so technically it's 9. It's a 9/9 for only 6 across 2 bodies, which is pretty good stats. But of course, you know, it all depends on if you can get the death rattle off, because with how big death rattle is for this set, the silence is definitely going to be powerful for everything. So we'll see how things go. But nothing too big here. Plenty of nice cards. Landscaping. We'll see where that goes. So nothing new there. Oh, cool, golden. That'll be nice. The golden goblin bomb. Oh, and then the doubling imp. I've seen some good stuff with that. If you can definitely buff this, you know, it would be really good. Or actually, you can just choose what minion you want to summon a copy of. Oh no, it's this minion. So you definitely want to buff it somehow if you want to get the doubling effect out of this really good. And then Eureka! Summon a copy of a random minion from your hand. Okay, so this is actually really good because instead of making you play the minion like Ancestral used to do, it just summons it. So you pretty much have 2 copies of that same minion. So if you can get something really big in your hand and control it, then yeah, Eureka's definitely gotta be played. That's for sure. Here you go. Next one. Nothing big for this one yet. Oh, cool. We got Coppertail Imposter. So now we have a 4/4 for 4 that can gain stealth until your next turn. So it's a pretty nice standard card. It's solid. Then Bomb Toss, of course, and the Demonic Project. We already got these. And another Burst. So we got 2 of these now. So we're all good for that at least. Oh, cool, double rare. Oh, cool, the Mechano Egg. So now we have a 0/5 egg that summons an 8/8 Robosaur. So I'll definitely be curious to try out Paladin, or Egg Paladin, I guess it's called. We'll see kind of how that goes. And then add 2 1/1 Sparks with Rush to your hand. And then for my other rare, I get Shrink Ray. Set the attack and health of all minions to 1. So definitely nice. It's not as nice as the minion that did it. You know, put everyone's attack to a 1/1, which I think was pretty good. But in this way, it does help at least try to remove threats. So we'll see just how much it gets use out of though, because sadly, control paladins have never really taken off that well, or you know they've seen some success but never been like tier 1. See, got all those before, so newest one is Storm Chaser. Draw a spell from your deck that costs 5 or more. So, Its cost is a bit much, but its ability, at least, I guess, if that's kind of the way you're playing it, would help. Depends on what 5 or more spells you're kind of running for Shaman, though, so it's alright, but maybe not that great. See, next we got... Ooh, another epic. Let's see, oh, cool, we finally got Pogo Hopper. That one can be pretty big. No ancient secret, I just used gold this time. I had over 9,000 gold, so I figured why not spend at least enough to get 60 packs. That should be pretty good. Crystallizer. Deal 5 damage to your hero, gain 5 armor. Oh yeah, I sort of saw this one. This is definitely something to help warlocks out for some of their life procs. So not bad. Yeah, no problem. You know, I've pretty much been trying to explain or talk about each new one that I've been seeing. The Pogo Hopper, for example. If played right in a deck, if some people watch the live stream, it can be pretty big. Like it can get really ridiculous. But but for the most part, I think it's just alright, since it is a 2 cost, and it would take a while to kind of keep buffing it to the point where it'd be a big threat. But, depending on how many ways you can copy it will be the question. So I'll have to look through that to see what will work. But otherwise, everything looks fine. Nothing too exciting yet. Okay, so we got Bronze Gatekeeper, the first one, I believe. So I think that one's pretty good, especially because you can give any other mechs you have taunt if they don't already have it with the +5 health. I think that's really powerful. But we'll see, because, as I said, when it comes to buffing your minions, silence is king. So if people are going to be magnetizing all their mechs, then people are going to be running a lot more silences now to deal with it. Oh, this one is going to be really, really fun for a lot of people, that's for sure. Summon 2 1/2 mechs with Taunt and Divine Shield. So, that one's definitely going to be used if you're trying to stop people from doing stuff and attacking your face. So, nothing new in this one. As I said, Steel Rager, for its cost and its stats, it's at least a lot better than the regular Rager now. Deal 4 damage to a minion and your hero, so could be good, depending on what you need it for, but otherwise, probably not that great. See, and then another Tauren, so nothing new here. No, sadly it doesn't. At least I haven't heard anything about a solo mode. They might announce that, or it might be somewhere, but I haven't heard anything about a solo mode, and there wasn't one showing up today, so it could be it's coming out in the next few weeks, or they're just, they won't be doing a solo mode this expansion. Oh, cool, another epic. So we got another Spark Drill. I guess it's alright, but the stats really aren't worth it. Like, it's technically a 7/3 for its cost. So I guess it depends on if you need to remove a threat, I guess. But I probably wouldn't really do much with Spark Drill at all, unless I could combine it with, say, something to give it a lot of health, like that 1/5 with Taunt. Auto Defense Matrix, haven't seen this one. When one of your minions is attacked, give it Divine Shield. Oh, that's actually really nice. Like, especially if you have a particular minion you want to save. Or if if you have 1 extra mana, and you just played a big minion, then playing this almost guarantees that it doesn't get answered by poisonous or get killed right away, at least, by another minion. If it's a spell, then that's not going to help it, though, because it says when one of your minions is attacked, give it Divine Shield. So It'll save it from poisonous and from, getting killed, but depends on how well the other player can play around it. Like, the biggest thing they could do would be flinging a 1/1 at it first, just in case they know how to, answer auto defense here. And Framebot here, as I said, if this had magnetic, then this would be really good on Spark Drill here, but sadly it doesn't, so you'll have to use it as a base card for something else. Sorry about that, just getting some mail, you know. They have to, apparently I still get mail every now and then, even when it's not junk, but whatever. So Shrink Ray is nice, even if even if most of the time you just want to remove the field, and we've already learned that if you do Wild Power and Equality, that usually gets rid of most things. But at least this way you can get rid of their attack as well. And then for our Epic here, another Crystallizer, so whatever. Like, I'm not sure I'm gonna be doing much Warlock for this set. You definitely, like, depending on what playstyle you kind of like to play, you'll definitely have certain classes that get cards that seem more interesting to you than others. So we'll kind of see how that works out. Oh, look, more demonic projects, just what I need. And Soul Infusion, give the leftmost minion in your hand +2/+2. So that's actually pretty cool that they're now trying to focus on position now. So of course you can't really control what position your minion in your leftmost hand is without playing stuff. So you'll kind of have to decide when it's a good time to play Infusion or not. It's very, you have some control over it, but depending on what it is, it could be either really worth it or just kind of suck. So here we go, first 20 packs, and we've gotten one legendary so far. And we've gotten at least a few epics here, which is pretty good. Oh cool, golden missile. Oh, and the power word replicate. So this could be really good. Of course, it all depends on which friendly minion you have out that you want to make into a 5/5. I'll have to see kind of what options there are and just how good this little card spell is, but we'll see what happens. And missile launcher will be nice. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people who want to play this, and it's cool that I was able to get a golden one for it. Nope, sadly it doesn't. Let's see. So it doesn't look like anything big here. We got another Mechano Egg, so we're all set for trying to play Paladin, Egg Paladin, I guess. Then gain +1 health for each spell in your hand. So Brainstormer could be interesting, but like the only way this would work at all was if you at least had 3 spells. And even then, they could potentially silence it and kill it, so Brainstormer I don't think is really that good, since it's so focused on spells in your hand. Like, you would have to have almost a full hand of spells, which, to make it a 3/5 or 3/6, which would be really powerful in the early game, but that means you have at least 6 spells, or not 6, but at least 5 spells in your hand, which could be really bad if you don't have anything specific to play it, but oh well. Oh, and another Pogo, so we got a full set of that now. Oh cool, haven't seen this guy. Menacing Nimbus, add a random elemental to your hand, 2/2 for 2, so not bad. Definitely card value. Each player equips a 2/3 weapon and gains 6 armor, so interesting, but like I guess I'm not sure how often you'd want to give your opponent a card without, or a weapon that often, or 6 armor. War Gear, definitely a good mech all around, especially because you can, attach it to something to buff it, so definitely good. Shooting Star, much better if you can buff this damage, but we'll see just how much it's used. And then Crystal Emissary. So we finally got our one of our first, mage elemental spell damage stuff. So definitely will be interesting. I haven't thought of a spell deck to run it with yet, but we'll see. Yeah, well, I'm not like the thing is like it, but like when Cube Lock was a big thing, the 0.5 weapon they had would have been good to use that to get rid of. So it does give you at least another way to get rid of weapons, but I'm not sure how many other decks are still running some of the legendary weapons from the Cobalt set. I think one or two are maybe, but who knows? It's all kind of circumstantial at this point because with all these new cards, who knows how the meta will turn out now. Oh, cool! Give a minion rush, draw a card. So not bad. Definitely good if you need to answer something right away if you play it. Of course, yeah, but that is the issue. Rush really only is good for when you just play a minion that turn you want to use. So we'll see. At least it draws you a card and it's 2, so it's all right. Yeah. So far only one legendary, but we'll see just how many more we get here. I seem to be pretty good on epics at least. Seem to be getting epics like Omega Agent. If you have 10 mana crystals, summon 2 copies of this minion. So not bad. Of course it'd be a lot better if you buffed it, which I think is what happened during that live stream that one time. They were able to buff it and then, they got like 3, 6, 7s, which is huge. So definitely you're definitely probably gonna be seeing maybe some sort of buff Warlock or something, especially with all the ways they have to copy minions. So another Galvanizer, good. This one's new, Rover. When this minion takes damage, gain 2 armor. So not bad. Oh, magnetic. It's the new keyword they added for this set. It means that if you put a minion with magnetic on the right side of a mech, then that minion that you just played will get absorbed into that mech you just placed it on, and it'll buff itself with its stats and abilities. So it's kind of like taking 2 mechs and combining them into one. Pretty much just think of like Voltron or the Power Rangers mechs, how they have all the different robots and how they all combine into one giant robot. That's sort of what they were going for with this keyword this time. Of course, I wonder if they actually put in a legendary that actually was like Voltron or Mechazords at all. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but I would be disappointed if they didn't. Let's see. Nothing new here. And then Omega Medic. Cool, a new one. If you have 10 mana crystals, restore 10 health to your hero. Now, that seems, well, like, for its stats and its cost, it's fine, but you don't really get anything out of it unless you have the 10 mana crystal thing, so you definitely wouldn't, like, unless you're really, really low, or no, like, there's not much point in saving it. It's in the early game, really, so alright card, but definitely not something its abilities not something you would save for. Unless you had some weird game plan or something. Oh, cool. Two rares, so that's always nice. And a golden. Nether Soul Buster. Gain +1 attack for each damage your hero has taken this turn. Oh, yeah. I remember during the live stream, the Warlock did like a bunch of damage to his face and made it into like an 11-5, which was pretty ridiculous. Interesting, but I'm not sure I'll play it much at all. And then Ectomancy. Summon copies of all demons you control. Okay. Eh, like, it's nice, but since you have a limit to how big your board can be, and depending on the demons you have, would be how good that is. Like, if you have at least 2 demons out, maybe it would be worth the 6, but you'd probably want at least 3 out to get, so you can get another 3. That way it's kind of pretty much, 2 mana for every copy in that case, instead of 3 mana for every copy. So, but that's kind of your limit, really. You can only have 3 demons out at most. 4 and you'll just fill your board. Oh, another legendary. So, oh, and an epic. Nice. With a rare. Well, this is one of the better packs I've gotten just yet. Add 2 random minions to your hand, so interesting. Now, we'll see how that turns out. And our epic is another replicate, so could come in handy. Sadly, it only works for stuff on your field, so who knows. And for the legendary, we got the Stargazer Luna. So second legendary, definitely took a while to finally get to it. And now after you play the rightmost card in your hand, draw a card. So, yeah, definitely depending on what's in your rightmost hand, but pretty much it's an almost infinite draw engine, depending on how much money you can kind of spend. Like if you have a bunch of simple start card stuff, then you can at least easily get rid of stuff and keep going. So definitely something you'll want to save until you have a game plan on what stuff you can play. So definitely a thinking card, I would call it. A card you would definitely need to take your time thinking of what cards you have in your hand, when to play this, and then what cards are you playing to help get that draw. And then of course what it is you're trying to draw into. It's more or less just a machine to allow you to try and get into your win condition. So definitely interesting. I think it's almost an auto-include for most decks, especially if it can stay alive long enough. But maybe not something for the early game at least, because it would likely get killed right away. Moving on. So, looks like nothing big here. Oh, cloning device. Haven't seen this one. Discover a copy of a minion in your opponent's deck. Wow. Wait, oh yeah, this is priest. Yeah, it was a bit hard to tell because it's golden, but yeah, it's a priest card. Definitely a good one to have, especially if you're trying to get out of people's legendary stuff. So I could see this being used, definitely. And then for rare, we got Dinomatic. Deal value damage randomly split among all minions except mechs. So yeah, this just is telling you warriors going mech. There's no doubt about that. That's what you're gonna go with. Oh, I haven't seen this one. Bulldozer. A 9/7 with Divine Shield, and it's a 9 mech. Wow. Interesting. Volatile Haze, add 2 random death rattle cards to your hand. Eh, it's alright. And another Ganovinder. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I guess. Definitely, a cloning device is nice, but we'll kind of see just how much use it gets out of people for priest decks. But definitely, if someone has a legendary, they're gonna probably use it. Give a friendly minion +4 attack. Oh. I could definitely see Rogue using that card now, that's for sure. Along with Cold Blood. Just what they need. But at least it is on a body that's pretty costly, so it would be hard for them to kind of play it constantly. Let's see, and then for the rares, nothing new. So, moving on. Seem to have gotten a lot of shrink rays, though, from Paladin. So, nothing new here. Pretty much everything I've gotten before so far, so moving on. Oh, another epic here. Got another buster. And we got the Goblin Prank. Give a friendly minion +3/+3 and rush. It dies at the end of the turn. So definitely like not like definitely one of those things you would only use if you have something big to remove. But no, I don't think it's really that good, since it just like giving it rush, of course, makes it so that it only kills a minion. You can't go face with it, but it's better that way, or we would run into face hunters again. So, oh, extra arms. I thought this one was cool, kind of cool, getting the extra arms and then you add it to get more arms to your hand. So, that could be fun. So, nothing new here. Yeah, nothing new. So, moving on. Yeah, nothing new here, or except this guy here. Give a friendly mech +1/+1. So, not bad. It's all right. Well, I feel like I've gotten most of the commons now. Yeah, it all depends on what you use it on, but it's very much kind of one of the bleh cards of the set, really. So, nothing new here. Yep, definitely nothing new here. So I think I've gotten just about most of the commons now. I think I might be still missing a few here and there. So we got Cosmic Anomaly, that's new. I think for the stats it's not too bad either with the spell damage too. Oh look, another Shrink Ray. Like, damn, how many of these Shrink Rays am I going to get? And we got, ooh, good, we got another Augmented Elec, so if we ever get those shuffle cards, then we have 2 of these now to put in. Okay, got another Anoil module, not bad. And we got Security Rover, finally. You know, I know he's one of the mechs I've seen around, and yeah, I think he would be pretty good. You know, whenever he takes damage, some of the 2/3 mech with taunt. So, I guess to make it worth its stats, that would be a 4/8. Yeah, so pretty much just once would make it worth it, because most 4/8s are usually 8 or more, less. Yeah, Magnetic gives the stats and abilities of any mech that gets merged. So, if something has the Divine Shield and Taunt, like the Onoyo module, then it'll give it to whatever it combines with. So that's kind of part of what makes Magnetic definitely strong for this set. Oh, cool, research project. So that'll help with whenever I need draw. I guess that would be the question. What kind of draw would I need? Or like, is this mostly just in ways to do the infinite combo? I feel like that's sort of what they might be going for. Let's see, Spider Bomb, destroy random enemy minion. Oh, not bad. That could be really strong if you can combine it right. Hmm. So, nothing new. Oh, that's new actually. The Mulch Muncher. Costs 1 less for each friendly Treant that died this game. Okay, so definitely it could be good if you are playing a Treant deck. Turning an 8/8 into a 1-drop is, I think, pretty good, especially depending on what you can combine it with. So we'll see just how big the Treant deck works out. So, but that's a new one at least. So, nothing new here. As I said, Soul Infusion is definitely going to be a tricky card, but it could be powerful with some of the copy minions that Warlock is getting. So, watch out for that. Oh, here we go. Test subject. Return any spells you cast on this minion to your hand. So, this is pretty much what you would use extra arms on. That way, when you play extra arms, you get it back. And if you put another arms on it, then you just get another one back. So you get just so many extra arms. It gets kind of funny. So what else can we get here? So nothing new here, and for our epic, we got Academic Espionage. Shuffle 10 cards from your opponent's class into your deck. They cost 1. So that could be really powerful if you get some really good cards. Or you could get some horrible ones. You never know. It's definitely one of those meme cards that I'm sure people are going to have some fun with. So we'll see what happens. At least that also means that you could get a bunch of rogue cards and they all cost 1. So you could play Sprint for 1 and draw 4. So who knows? That might be really good. Ooh, look, hey, we got another legendary, boys. So, let's see, for a rare, we got Dendrologist. So, at least if you control a Treant, discover a spell. Not bad. And then for our legendary, we're getting Zilnax, the biggest mech you can think of, with Divine Shield, Taunt, Lifesteal, and Rush. Even though all it is a 3-2, but the idea is you buff it with something and it just becomes that much more broken. So definitely a card I'll probably try and find a place for. Hopefully I can get a good warrior mech going, maybe even a paladin mech. We'll see what happens. Still have a few more packs to go. Oh, here we go. Golden Spider Bomb. Not bad. Looks pretty cool. Nothing new, though. So, Replicating Menace. Summon 3/1/1 Microbots. Oh. I guess that's not bad, since that would make it into a 6/3 for 4. So that's kind of a lot like a 3/6, but of course it's not as powerful. Usually having more health is a lot better than attack sometimes. So, but it's alright. Nothing new. It's alright though. Like, yeah. Pretty much I already got copies of these, so I'm sure I'll have plenty of things to dust after this pack opening is done. Man, still getting shrink rays. It's a bit weird. Just how many of those shrink rays I'm sure I've gotten. Oh, good. Got another test subject and bulldozer. So, at least I'm getting. At least as I said, I'm getting kind of a good number of cards. So I should have most of the set at least. Except for legendaries, which is always the problem, and some epics. Look, more missile launchers. Just what we need. Oh, cool. Golden Bronze Keeper. I wonder if that would make the other mech you merge it with it golden or not. Oh, cool. Meteorologist. Haven't seen this guy. For each card in your hand, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. Oh, okay, I guess that could be really good if you kind of have the whole drawing going. So, but we'll see. Like, the most you could do would be 10 damage, which would be pretty powerful. Or actually, I guess 9. Because if you play this, then you would only have 9 in your hand left. So yeah, the max you could do is 9, which I guess it's alright depending on kind of how it distributes. And then what else you can play with it, so who knows. And test subject, so we already got plenty of him though. Got another epic. So another meteorologist, so we're good on that at least. And the Omega Defender. If you have 10 mana crystals, gain plus 10 attack. Wow. That could be pretty good. The 2/6 stats for 4 isn't awesome, you know, but its ability, at least if you play it turn 10, if you just drew it, and you know, at least then it becomes a 12/6, which definitely would help in the late stages. Oh, cool, Crystology. Draw 2 1-attack minions from your deck. So, definitely interesting. And then the Weaponized Pinata. Add a random legendary minion to your hand. So, well, if you're lacking legendaries, then this is what could help you get them at least. And I sort of feel like they took this from Fortnite, actually. You know, they decide to have some fun and create a Weaponized Pinata. So, just a little nod, I think, but, or I could be mistaken, who knows. So, nothing new here. Pretty much everything we've seen before. Tripper Rare, not bad. Even got a Golden Security Rover. And another Giggling Inventor, so I think we're set on her now. And then for Epic, we got another Defender. So we've got that one now too. Not bad. So nothing new here. We got another Mulcher, so we got that set now. Oh, cool, golden. Loose Specimen. Deals 6 damage randomly split among other friendly minions. Oh. Okay, so you definitely don't want to play him with your other minions out unless you want them to die. So, interesting, but not that great even for its stats. And another Replicate. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and probably get maybe 20 more packs worth of gold here. Just to see if we can get one more legendary. Like, I think getting 4 should be at least a good number here. And just to see if we can pick up anything else we're missing. There we go. Got another Dino-Manic, so we're all set for him now. Nothing new here, except the golden, which is always nice. Nothing big here. Oh good, we got the other dendrologist, so we're good on him now. As I said, I should have hopefully enough of this set for commons and legendary, or not legendaries, rares, that I should be good on them, and that I'm just missing epics and legendaries now. Oh cool, got Holomancer. After your opponent plays a minion, summon a 1/1 copy of it. Interesting. That could be really good. Cause like, well, unless they kill it right away, that's the only problem with it being a 3/3. So it'd be only worth its cost if they played at least 2 minions before killing this. But with plenty of enemies with rush or spells that are going on, who knows if Holomancer will be any good. Tending Tauren, got plenty of those now. Oh, I don't think I actually got Lab Recruiter at all. Shuffle 3 copies of a friendly minion into your deck. So there's your your Pogo uh, person, including the Elec as well. So I could definitely see some people trying to combine Recruiter with Pogo with Elec to then shuffle 4 copies and just have a bunch of Pogos in their deck. Oh, cool. A golden shrink right now. Just what I've always wanted. Oh, cool. A golden giggling now. Oh, that one's new. Unpowered Mauler. Can only attack if you cast a spell this turn. Yeah, it seems like they've maybe dropped the rate back down, because I thought it used to, like, they changed it so it would be every 10 packs, but it seems like, you know, they put it back down to 20 or something like that. Just not much luck, but hopefully we can get at least one more legendary here. But they do expect people to try and actually pay for these cards, not just, you know, buy them with gold. So this is still a business, so they do kind of have to try and run it that way by make a certain amount of money from this. But then I'm guessing they did at least make some from people in pre-orders. Well, yeah, I'll be dusting my stuff and trying to create a deck. I do want to play a few games today. Oh, here we go, Thunderhead. After you play a card with Overload, summon 2 1/1 Sparks with Rush. Huh, that could be good. Like, and you can even make it happen right away if you want. So, we'll see how that goes. Well, it seems I'm pretty set for stuff at least, and getting even a few goldens now. Okay, there we go. We got Necrom Blade now. So, not bad. Okay, we got Espionage again, so we're set for that now. Oh, there we go. Finally, another legendary. And now we got Dr. Morgan. Swap this with a minion from your deck. So, Yeah, not that great a card, I think. Like, depending on what minion maybe, but either way, it just simply replaces itself. But for its stats and its cost, it's a bit much. Oh, hey, double Eureka. That's actually kind of funny. But yeah, so that's about all the packs I'll be opening today. Let's see. Let's go ahead and peruse the selection here and see what I'm missing. Here we go. So there's Full Loop, Glorious Gloop. Let's see what I'm missing then. Okay, so I didn't get the whatever, Floop. I didn't get Juicy Psych Melon, which is kind of part of a combo actually, from what I've heard. Let's see. At the end of your turn, reduce the cost of a random minion in your hand by 7. So that could be really good. Too bad I apparently didn't get any. And so that's about it. Just these 3, which isn't bad. And then looks like for Hunter, we're missing Cyber Tech Chip. Add a random mech to your hand. And it's Death Rattle, so not bad. Kind of interesting. And give a friendly mech +1/+1. If it has Death Rattle, trigger it. So that could be really good, actually. Like, since it triggers it and not just simply kills it to trigger it, so. We're definitely trying to make sure that Hunter has its Death Rattle triggers. And then Necro Mechanic. Your Death Rattle's triggered twice, so we pretty much got a Boom back, or a Baron Rivendell back. Boommaster Flark, summon 4 0/2 Goblin Bombs, so that's pretty good actually. Even if the Goblin Bombs only do 2 damage, which isn't as good. And then summon 3 minions from your deck, they attack enemy minions, then die. So, yeah, definitely not that great. You know, Flark's Boomzooka. But oh well, I don't think I was gonna be doing much with Hunter anyway. Like Druid, maybe, depending on what other things I can combine with it. I would have to look through stuff. Let's see. We got Mage. Oh, so that's what I'm missing from Mage. Unexpected results. Because this was a big one. Because if you combine it with some of the spell damage minions in here, then you could potentially have, like, summon 2 6 cost minions. Or 8 cost minions if your spell damage is high enough. So, because there is Crystal Emissary and Cosmic Anomaly, so they both are giving spell damage enough to help you out. Like, if you could have one of him out, and then play Crystal Emissary, then you could play Unexpected Results all on the same turn if you wanted. Which would be pretty powerful. Or you could save it for a spell and actually use it for spell damage and not just this. Oh, let's see. Astromancer, summon a random minion with cost equal to your hand size. Oh, that could be interesting actually. Like if you definitely have enough cards, it would be good. And that's kind of the idea with Stargazer Luna here, giving you continuous card draw as well as the add 2 random minions to your hand. So it fills up your hand enough, along with research, so I might make something with that, who knows. Depends on kind of what dust I'll spend it on. Let's see, so I'm missing Crystal Smith Kangor, but all he did was double your healing. And he did have Divine Shield and Lifesteal, so that's not bad even if his stats are kind of weak. You know, it all depends. And then draw a minion and a spell from your deck, swap their costs. Yeah, definitely Prismatic Lens I think would have been interesting. Yeah, like it's pretty much a draw 2 for 4, but depending on what your minion and your spell costs could be really powerful. Like, you know, if you happen to draw a secret, and then you happen to draw a giant minion, then yeah, you pretty much get this small, weak, or super strong minion for only one. That would be pretty cool. And then let's see, Shrink Ray. I got 6 of those apparently, plus the golden one. And I'm missing Glowstone Technician. Give all minions in your hand +2/+2. Oh, not bad. We actually get another thing for hand buffing. So maybe you might be good in Wild, giving you another hand buffer. And then Kangor's Endless Army. Resurrect 3 friendly mechs. They keep any magnetic upgrades. So what mechs did Paladin get for this set? Yeah, it looks like all they really got was Glowtron, Anoium, Module, and that was it really. Huh. So it looks like it's pretty much all the other mechs in common section that you kind of have to use for stuff really. And apparently I got plenty of this guy. Like so far, let's see, am I missing any commons? Okay, I am missing a few rares at least. But I think I do at least have all the commons. So for Priest, we sadly only got 1 extra arms, but that should be easy to remedy if we really want. And we got 2 cloning devices, so not bad. 2 golden ones, so at least we got that. So anything we grab from their decks is going to be golden at least. So I'm missing Experimenter, which just makes minions cost less, but they die at the end. So if you cast any spells on this minion, resummon it. Okay, yeah, so this guy is definitely got to be pretty powerful. Because all you need to do is just play a spell on him, and you get another 5/5 out. So if you have a bunch of ways to buff your deck, which is kind of what they tried to do with a few of the stuff, like extra arms here, and Topsy-Turvy even, you could just play Topsy-Turvy on it, or do the power word Replicate, and, you know, there you go. And then summon a 1/1 copy of each minion in your deck. Well, like, I guess it could be alright if it's just a empty field, but I guess depending on what you get is kind of how good that would be. And even then, if you fill your entire board and can't, like, get rid of one just to make space for another, like, if you get a 1/1 copy of this guy and then you try to buff it with a 1 drop, like an Inner Fire, just to make this and, you know, bring it back as a 5/5. Wait, it's a death rattle, so if you cast any spell on this, you can resummon it. Okay, so it's the idea that if you cast a spell on it, then it dies, then you just bring it back. So, okay, maybe not as powerful as I thought it would be, unless you can find some way to trigger its death rattle without, and bring it back. Or, so yeah, pretty much power word Replicate would probably be the best way to do it. We'll see. It's definitely, you know, maybe not as good as I thought it was now. Let's see. Okay, it looks like I missed Blight Nozzle Crawler, which is summon a 1/1 ooze with Poisonous and Rush when it dies. So not bad. Oh yeah, and for those of you who didn't see earlier, this was the legendary I got, or the free legendary I got. Myra Rotspring. Discover a Death Rattle minion, also gain its Death Rattle, so not bad, but definitely not the one I probably would have wanted. And then I'm missing the Unstable Element, draw the rest of your deck. And then the Necrom Vial, trigger friendly minion's Death Rattle twice. So definitely could be good, depending on what Death Rattles you want to try to use. We'll see. So let's see, I'm missing Omega Mind, which just makes it so that your spells have lifesteal this turn, which, depending on your spells, could be really powerful. Electro Storm Surge. Your next spell this turn casts twice. Okay, so definitely could be pretty powerful. I guess the question would be, what's like for in terms of targets? Is the target gonna be random or the same target as you cast the spell? All depends. We'll see. Elemental reaction wouldn't be bad for that, especially if you could draw 4. And then Stormbringer, transform your minions into random legendaries. So that could be pretty cool, depending on what randoms legendaries you get. Who knows? But very much another meme card. So missing this one, draw 3 at the end of your turn, discard them. So not bad, definitely something to keep an eye out for, because supposedly you can choose which ones you discard, I believe. I don't think they're randomly discarded, but I can't be certain yet. Give all demons in your hand +1/+1, so, you know, definitely the demon decks will be happy. And then I did get the Dr. Morgan, so. And, yeah, only one of that, and one of that, so, well. So it looks like mech-wise, I'm just missing Super Collider, which is after you attack a minion, force it to attack one of its neighbors, which could be pretty powerful, depending on if the minion survives and what attacks and stuff it is. So it's also very circumstantial since it's a 5-drop. It's a bit expensive. Yeah. Oh, sorry. And it looks like I'm missing Nullifier, which is a pretty big mech for Warrior here. Because of it being magnetic as well as can't be targeted by spells or hero powers for a 3/8. And of course Dr. Boom, Mad Genius, which is the one I think I wanted the most. And sadly you didn't get though, so I might craft that. Because I think it's a pretty good card. Especially with all the support warriors getting for mechs. I'm sure like letting your mechs have rush and all the ways you can buff their health. I think that'd be pretty powerful. And then people are gonna probably be playing this and putting in or trying to put in things to really big things. So, but we'll see just how big that is. But yeah, I think Dr. Boom Mad Genius is definitely gonna be a big card everyone will want to play. So it looks like I got all the early game stuff for legendaries and for rares and commons. Okay, it looks like I'm missing this one. After your opponent plays a minion, become a copy of it. Okay, yeah, so you can pretty much keep it as a copy until you think it's time to bring her out. So, interesting card. We'll kind of see just how good it is. But, like, because the problem, I guess, with it is that its stats are really good for its cost. But, of course, as soon as an opponent plays it, it'll become that minion. So if your opponent plays like a 1/1 at the end of his turn, then it's just a 1/1 with stealth, and it's then kind of pointless. So not the greatest card you could have, you know, because it won't likely last as a 5/6 normally. So sadly, I didn't get Whizbang the Wonderful, but I could make him. Like definitely, if you're not sure of what kind of deck you want to play, crafting Whizbang will pretty much give you all the recipe decks. So, and you get a random recipe deck to play. So if there's a deck you want to play but you don't know if you'll like it or not, then just simply make Whizbang. He's kind of perfect for that. You know, I might craft him just to do that, since I don't want to have to try and get all the. And of course, I will have to look at the recipes just to see kind of what it is missing. Because as I said, I do have most of the stuff except for the legendaries and epics. And here's the finally the card that kind of it says like, yeah, no mechs. No mechs. Even if its stats are kind of crap. There's that loose specimen. C4ium bomber. So this is something you would want to combine with your Elic if you wanted to try and get more bombs into your opponent's deck and make them draw it. So maybe that would be a mage deck to create because of that one card that makes them draw. Subject 9, draw 5 different secrets from your deck. Yeah, the problem with that is that I'm not sure how many hunters are gonna want to run 5 different secrets. And sadly, its stats are a bit low for its cost. But hey, at least I got the super mech. I guess I need to double check. What mechs am I missing? It looks like I'm not missing too much right now in terms of mechs. Sadly, I am missing Mechathune, who would be pretty cool to have, especially with Rush. And trying to set him up so that you could actually do something with him. Because if you have no cards in your deck, hand and battlefield, destroy the enemy hero. So it's like, hey, I'd have nothing else to do, and so why not we just kill this off and, win the game. I'm half tempted to craft it, but I'm not really sure it's going to be that strong, with how big of a investment you have to create for it. And then the Mecha Dozer. So for the most part, it looks like we've got most things except the usual epics, legendaries, and a few rares. And now I have enough dust to create, let's see, 1, 2, so about 2 legendaries if I want. So, let's see, I guess I should check the deck recipes for the sets, just to see kind of what's there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get rid of most of these except 1 or 2 of them. And before we start, I'm gonna go ahead and get some water and stretch my legs a little. I've been at this for a while now and my throat is kind of sore, so be right back, guys. Alright, we're back. So let's go ahead and figure out kind of what we got here. So let's take a look at Druid first. So we got Trees Are Friends, which requires forces of nature, along with a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, it looks like all I'm missing is just that to make it happen. You know, but like, there's, just because it's the idea of having very much a sort of token-like deck. It's really just using Sonaris as the only legendary for the set here. Oh, and the Glorious Gloop, I guess, just to try and get some extra mana more. Like getting Whispering Woods out turn 4 with a big enough field would mean pretty much you could get almost full mana right then and there. Then out of the woods, which I'm missing Spirit Singer and Astral Tiger. So I'm just missing these two, which would take a while to craft. See, and then Classic Druid, which is kind of boring. And apparently I'm only missing an Ancient of War to complete it anyway. See, for Mage... so it's using Luth, Unexpected Return, and Celestial Emissary. Some of it's alright, but I don't think it's kind of the deck I'd be interested in mostly. And then apparently they didn't really add anything new for this one, sadly. Yeah, for Boomsday Project, apparently I'm missing an Omega, an Eternium Rover somehow. I didn't get a second one of that. And then these guys. Countess Ashmore, apparently. The Nullifier and Dr. Boom Mad Genius. And it looks like I'm missing a few things for Gneas' Armory. Well, let's take a look at Paladin here. Oh, I'm actually just missing the Endless Army here to make this happen. I feel like it's missing a few mechs though. Like Skater Broad is alright just because of the rush, but yeah, I feel like there's a few more mechs they could have added to kind of go with this. Oh, it looks like I have everything for here except Crystal Smith. So funny enough, I actually like a lot of these, pre-made decks. I already have almost most of the cards for. I'm just missing one or two. Stormbringer, Kalamos, Thunderhead, and Storm Surge. Let's see, Omega Mind. Yeah, that's it. Just Omega Mind. Alright. So now that we've kind of gone through that a little, I guess in terms of kind of what cards are available to me and kind of what I was thinking of crafting or not crafting, like it's kind of weird. I Like, I guess I didn't see any use for this other than maybe trying to do it for the combo. Of course, the problem with this is that it's like depending on when you draw this will be how powerful you can make it and what you can do with it. There's plenty more decks I think to make, but as I said, sadly I am missing a few cards to make it happen. But I think I will go ahead and craft Dr. Boom here because he looks like a fun card and he's the new hero card. So I think I at least want to have every hero card when possible.
I'm suiting up.
Yep. And I'll be curious to kind of have fun with all his stuff as well as doing stuff with mechs. And of course make some nullifiers, because, you know, why not? So let's go ahead and try and get all our mechs here. And let's create a second one of that, just so we can have more mechs. There we go. Hmm. Sure, let's put in the weaponized pinata, the Zilnax, definitely. The war gear is good. I think the rusty recycler would be good. The bulldozer. And let's put in the mechanical whelp. And I guess I should see about maybe a few spells here or something. Or I should probably see all the standard cards, not just all the new ones that I just picked up here. Do I have anything with Rush in it before this? Okay, there's him with Rush, so he might be good to grab. Would be good for some card draw. But I only have one with Rush, really. I do have Crowley here. I could always put him in, but he doesn't really play to the theme of my deck right now. I wonder what else I could put in. Like, cause I guess the big thing would just be you need to have good strong mechs, because Rush is very much like, it's useful in helping to remove threats, but that's it. You know, it lets you attack right away, but, you know, other than that. So you definitely need things with weapons and value, which is kind of what the Omega Assembler is for. Oh, here we go. Why not put in some Blackwalled Pixies just for the ability to refresh your hero power and be able to play it again. Yeah, I'll maybe get rid of one just to put in another Pixie here. There we go. Mad Mech Warrior. In honor of our Dr. Boom Mad Genius. Well, let's go ahead and give this deck a try and just see how things work out. Oh yeah, sadly I think I need to update my deck tracker here because it's complaining about all the new cards. Hmm. Weird. I thought I remember there being a way to like tell it to update or something, or usually it just automatically updated itself. Oh well, I'll need to update this if I want my deck tracker at all to actually see all the new cards I just got. Because they usually try to get all that in, but just before it hits, since they did release all the cards. So let me see if I can maybe get this to work again, or boot up one more time just to see that the new set has hit, and hopefully it'll update itself. Yep, there we go. Or supposedly it's supposed to be seeing the update, but yeah, it doesn't seem too happy with it, or doesn't see it just yet. So we'll just have to go without the deck tracker for now, I guess. Oh well. I'll just have to remember my deck the old-fashioned way and see how ranking up a little bit goes, since I haven't been playing ranked at all lately. So I'm back down to 16 here. I've just been having fun and completing quests, really. I kind of got tired of just how the meta was and just how felt like how luck-based everything was.
Let the hunt begin. Victory or death.
Not much for a start, but let's see what else we can get. Oh, there we go. We got at least Skater Bot. Well, let's go ahead and just Skater Bot here. And then I can coin magnetize with Bronze Gatekeeper. Unless he decides to just bomb toss right away. Which means I don't have any need to use anything right away, so.
This Access denied.
Yeah, not bad. I think the gold for the bronze gatekeeper looks kind of cool. Well, that's a bit annoying. Well, I guess that can be pretty good if you can get a mech out right away to go with it. Yeah, sadly, I don't really have enough mechs to make Galvanizer worth it right now, but I do have both assemblies here.
What now?
Oh, there we go. At least I got war gear here, but of course I could be saving up too much here, trying to make use out of Omega and Galvanizer valves are here. Could really use that silence right about now, actually. Oh, cool, I just picked up Zilnax here. So I guess I could play him, but he wouldn't really do anything to take care of that. I could reduce their cost with Galvanizer here to be able to do something. Maybe let me go ahead on Omega here. Oh, here we go. I can just play Steel Rager here. And that'll take care of our friend here. There we go. Well, that worked out. Let's see. Deal 5 damage randomly split among all minions except mechs. So, well, yeah, I could buff this with the War Gear here, or with the Zilnax actually. That would be pretty good.
Light the fuses.
Sadly, it's only enough to destroy him, but yeah, it still removes stuff on his board.
Strap in. It's gonna be a blast.
Ah, great. So yeah, if you do it to our left side, the magnetic doesn't work, but if you do it to the right, then it'll merge and, you know, form something even better. Yeah, I'll go ahead and form this just to take care of our friend here. To give it the Divine Shield Taunt and Life Steal. Man, that Venomizer is really annoying.
Your weakness.
Well, at least I did get healed for 6 again. Yeah, I could be acting a bit too greedy here, but I do want to try and, you know, get Galvanizer to hit most of my mechs here. Of course, I'm still not getting Dr. Boom right now, which would be nice.
Your weakness.
Yeah, the bulldozer would definitely be a lot better with the rush. So I probably won't play him much unless I can discount him and get some other stuff going.
Access denied.
Yeah, there's Deathstalker. Well, at least he's giving me 2/7/7s.
My thanks. Sinful fate.
Oh, cool! I got Dino-matic, so I can kill this one at least. Well, let's go ahead and uh, discount everything.
Light the fuses!
Well, hopefully I'll survive this turn. I'm a bit concerned. Could really use my Dr. Boom here just to survive.
Which tracks to follow?
And I could have used the 1/3s a bit earlier, actually. Of course. Poisonous, Death Rattle, or end the whole, well, the Poisonous and Rush, so that was kind of the problem there. At least I gained armor there. Oh, finally. Let's see. Well, yeah, I can Hero Power, played him, then Hero Power again.
I'm so glad.
As nice as that is, I think I'd rather save it for something else. Let's see, deal 3 damage, swap each turn. Oh, good. That'd be a good one, actually. Actually, the 7 armor thing would be best, just with how low I was. Oh, I didn't realize the Pogo Hopper was actually a mech too. So it could be I might save this for like a different turn.
Protocol 7 engage destroy.
Oh, here we go. Deal 1 damage to all enemies, swaps each turn. So that wouldn't be bad either. Like, it's a good thing he does have a passive that continues. Or he wouldn't really be that great, and that he does give 7 armor instead of just 5.
Ash to ash.
It could be I might use this one to do the discover a mech one. But I could really use more armor just to keep surviving here.
Some custom modifications. Ooh, I wonder what this does.
As I said, more armor would be nice. But as it says, the hero power changes randomly, so you never know what you're gonna get.
Light the fuses!
Yeah, sadly I can't do anything with the hero power anymore. Well, there's that Kaboom again. I forget how many he has. Like, I thought it was like 7 different hero powers. Yeah, and I guess Skaterbot here is kind of pointless now, since all my mechs have Rush. Still haven't found that hero power I really want to use. Like, other than delivery drone, maybe. I'm hoping the pinata could give me something good at least.
Strap in, it's gonna be a blast!
Great. Got a freaking another, you know, summon 4 of these guys. Oh good, I finally got Rusty Recycler. So let's go ahead and hero power. Okay, there is, well, actually it's probably better just to get the Recycler again. And then make sure to combine this with my pinata here to get the most damage, along with Scatterbot.
All charged up. Flashlings are so fragile.
Alright, now it doesn't have magnet, does it? So I'll need to use it with something else.
Oh, I love that Boomsday. Silly meatbag. Boom! Let's go.
Well, at least I made it big enough to hopefully survive.
Some custom modifications.
Ah, great. Another Necro. Hopefully he can't trigger his death rattles too often here. Well, at least he gave me plenty of health at least. But I'll definitely need to get rid of this Necro mechanic here. And I could do this twice, that would help get rid of his field here. That's not really gonna help me much. I don't think I have that many 1-drops left in my deck. So I could do Dino into this and that. I wonder how like, if this dies, does the death rattle still trigger twice if they go off at the same time, or... I don't know. See, I would need 2, 3, so 7.
What fools these must be. I love that. Flashlings are so fragile.
Oh, that could have helped too, actually, the microbots here. Okay, so they didn't proc twice, I think. Just the one did. But then the other two died as well, along with that one. Damn it. Frickin'. Let's see. What have we learned from that now? Yeah, I didn't get any of my berylliums, did I? Let's see. Oh yeah, so I do have Rusty here. That's good to keep. I think I'll put in another Eternium rover back. And take out a bulldozer. I think I'll still keep the Skaterbot just in case, because you never know when you might need Rush and a 1-1 to go with it. I guess I could guarantee that I get the Zilnax here. Nah, I'd rather just summon it or somehow discover it. Kind of annoyed though, I got, Dr. Boom, but I couldn't get his armor buff. Like, I think his hero power 7 armor thing is the strongest one out of the bunch. Especially if I could double it, then I would gain 14 health back in that situation.
Kerash versus Thrall. For Doomhammer, victory or death.
That's a little bit better. Oh, cool. Cool, I got a Dr. Boom back already. Yeah, I think I'll save the Galvanizer for next turn. That way I have Dino-Matic as a 4-drop. And I can save the Bronze Gatekeeper for a Magnetic to the Whelp here. And I could just do the rush right now with Skaterbot here to get rid of stuff. Okay, so he's making use of that now. This works out. I can get rid of his elementals here and have the 3-4 out.
Light the fuses!
Let's see what he does here.
Stormy, stormy.
Yeah, just plays that. I thought about doing that, but I guess I do have the security rover here, so... Yeah, if he volcanoes here, that's just gonna summon a bunch of, 2-3 mechs, which definitely wouldn't help him much.
My thanks.
I'm so glad. Stop! Stop!
I kind of like the guard bots. They definitely sound like guard bots, don't they?
Shall we make a storm?
Yeah, you probably should play that first, then play the overload. Oh, you haven't actually, so I guess we'll see what you do with it then. Oh, cool, I got my pinata here. But I figured I'd probably put out Security Rover just to get more taunts. Well, that took care of that. Oh, cool. Finally, I got Blast Shield. That was what I was hoping to get last game, but no, I just couldn't get that after all the turns. But yeah, I think a lot of the hero powers from Dr. Boom are kind of strong most of the time, so it's good to probably just use it almost every turn. But I sort of feel like in this situation I should just bulldoze here to get rid of his elemental. Yeah, being able to swing with a 9/7 with Rush right away as in Divine Shield, I think is pretty good.
You win this one. You're good.
Of course, we are going to run into a lot of people who, you know, are trying out their decks for the first time, and so we'll kind of get hit or misses all depending. Like, as I said in that last match with that Hunter, if I had gotten the Blast Shield, I would have just doubled up on that and probably would have been just fine.
Victory or death! Bring it on!
Oh, cool, Omega Assembly. I guess the thing is, like, I usually, like, I guess depending on what you need, if you need it right away or if you can hold off on playing it, I guess that all depends on how the match goes. But yeah, it looks like things are kind of slow right now. What's he gonna play, I wonder?
Access denied.
Now I have a 2/8 who, you know, whenever he takes damage, you know, I gain 2 armor, so I think that's pretty good. I'll save Skaterbot for now. But I could buff it up with Warbot or War Gear here, and then it'll be a 7 13. What are you doing? I'm curious.
Protocol 7
Of course, I could be overdoing it with the with this one. Yeah, if I could have gotten the Beryllium Nullifier on it, then it would have been just fine right now. Oh well. I could potentially save it for next turn with Security Rover here. Or the Mechanical Whelp here.
Shining
Or eventually with this guy. You know, taunt and lifesteal I think is always pretty good. See, would make that into a 5, 13.
What now?
Wouldn't be big enough to deal with our Geosculptor here. I think it'd be good to probably do something with Whelp. And then just taunt up here. And save it for next turn. If I could, you know, rush the 7/7 once I can make it come out, then that would be a lot more powerful than just having the 2/2 rush into the 7/7. Oh, he's got Dr. Boom Mad Genius. That might be a problem, actually.
The might of Stormwind!
Oh, here we go. Got Dino-Matic. So let's go ahead and deal some damage. See, put down to 5, and that's the 3. So then I can go ahead and buff. Now I'll buff this one. Yeah, at this point I'll have to save the Omega Assembly for 10 and then buff or discount everything then. Well, he definitely went a different route, didn't he? And he's been fortunate that he got Dr. Boom so early for the armor. Great. Ah, great. Just what I need to deal with more, don't I? If only I had my own Dr. Boom. He definitely put more of an emphasis on Yip, didn't he? I just need to get rid of Yip and I'll be... should be at least able to stabilize here. Of course he's running that guy as well.
Reborn in the curse!
Light the fuses!
Not what I was hoping for in terms of distribution here.
You're good! Job's done.
He definitely got really lucky, didn't he? Getting Yip, getting Boom. Wait, how did he get Yip before Boom? Yeah, he pretty much wouldn't have survived if he didn't get Boom, pretty much. And if I had maybe focused more on Yip. But he got the armor he needed. Because that's the thing, you know, Dr. Boom, this armor thing is random. So unless you have cards to get you armor after that, you know, it's not gonna be much use.
My blade burns with holy fire.
Victory or death!
Maybe I should go with something else other than Battle Rager. Yeah, I guess I'll go for the one drop here. Just to get things started. I was hoping I could get some damage to my face and damage him just to try and get Battle Rager to go. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can be a bit greedy here. See if I can get some more card draw going.
Your whim, I consent.
Seriously? We barely started. Oh well. Oh yeah, what were my quests today? Win a game with Paladin or Priest, win a game with Mage or Shaman. So, both characters I'm not using, so. Oh well, I still need a few more matches with Mech Warrior here. Wonder how else I should adjust it, I wonder.
Your soul shall be mine! Victory or death!
Yeah, there we go. Oh good, I got Rover already. Yeah, I can just go ahead and magnetic this.
Access denied.
Just in case, I don't want him to have any creatures he could sacrifice.
Out of my jungle!
Maybe I should put in Yip here just to get that synergy going with the armor. Like even in the early game like this, it would be fine. Like look, I already have 10 armor, so if I could play Yip soon, then I would have a 10 drop, which is pretty big.
Light the fuses!
Yeah, it's just that 1/1 was all I needed for the magnetic there. Then I could fuse it with beryllium nullifier and it can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. Except by that, but
Flashlings are so fragile.
yeah, but oh, there. Oh, he did get rid of my omegas, didn't he? Darn it! Really like those. So that would only put it up to 5 attack then. And I would have to combine it with that too to make it happen.
Out of my jungle!
Yeah, I guess I could use a few more cards. Oh, there we go. There's the bulldozer at least. Too bad he doesn't have rush.
Magic neutralized.
But I'll probably just play bulldozer anyway.
None.
What? Seriously? Black Knight? What the heck is he playing Black Knight for? Whatever, I guess. Wish he didn't get rid of my Omega assemblies though, but oh well.
Darkness rises.
Access denied.
There we go, now I have a 5/8 with taunt. That's pretty good. And when he dies I get a legendary, so hopefully that happens.
All will serve.
I guess that could be alright, but no. I don't have much use for it right now, at least.
This one will prove very useful. Probably.
I guess this guy's trying to see if he can bring back Cube Lock or Control Warlock or something. Yep. Whole new set of cards and he's playing the exact same things.
Protocol 7 engaged.
Hostile detected.
I guess I could buff it again just to kill it.
Protocol 7 engaged.
Hostile detected.
Well, at least I got rid of that.
This one turned out nicely.
Well, there's our old friend Blood Reaver, huh?
and shadow.
Frickin' skater bot, seriously. Hmm. I feel like I should save the lifesteal just in case.
What now?
No strings on me.
Still no sign of Dr. Boom. Which is not helping.
You're so sweet.
Phew. That was close. Hmm. I'm definitely not too thrilled at how this game's going, just how heavy his hand is, me without Dr. Boom or any of the other bigger cards. I would have to help, and me just kind of stalling right now. Well, at least I could play these two together, which would be good. Just to keep the taunt and lifesteal going. But I'll probably have to use up him now, just to have the extra hero power here.
Flashlings are so fragile.
Magic neutralized. Job done. I'm almost out of cards.
Your magic shall not.
Of course. Had a silence just for me, didn't he? Okay, so silence does remove the incomplete magnetic, doesn't it? And of course, in the last 5 cards, I'm sure my Dr. Boom was there somewhere. Yeah, I guess if I am gonna be running into players like that, I may want to put in Brawl at least. Hey, I didn't even get Zilnax either. Yeah, I think Bulldozer's probably one I'll just try and get from Omega Assembly, really. Well, it could be good to maybe just put in the one drops, the town criers here. See, but that would only give me Zilnax, though, anyway. Because then I would just have to put in Crowley as well, just to make up for that. But he is good, even if he isn't a mech. Yeah, I guess for the most part, I'm more of a trying to make use of rush and things like that over anything else. Oh yeah, I do have these guys, so they would be hit too. So I think I'm good for now. So let's give this a try here and see what else we can do. I might make a new deck here in a little bit.
Garrosh versus Arthas.
For Lordaeron! Victory or death!
I think this is definitely a really good 1-3. Being able to, be able to gain 2 armor when this takes damage, so you can kind of answer any other 1-drops like her, for example, while gaining health. And I can just play all my stuff right away too. Maybe get lucky with a Battle Fury.
Follow the rules.
Aw. Why'd you have to do that to my pinata? Oh well, I could have potentially discounted the war gear here, but hopefully, oh yeah, he wouldn't want to keep that alive now, would he?
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, I think in this case, I don't want to. I just want to have this as a 5/5, really. Just to avoid silence, maybe. And to see what I get.
Protocol 7 engaged.
Well, I see you got a pyro. This definitely seems like a control variant so far. But I'll just play this guy for now. Oh yeah, I thought about putting in Yep, didn't I? Hmm. I'll think about it.
Out of my jungle!
The light dims, but we fight.
Reporting for duty.
At least I got rid of that.
Protocol 7 engaged.
Yeah, at least I'm making him use up his pyro here. And I can answer his grizzly there too. It's very much a control paladin. I'm curious what he's trying to go for in this case. Oh, there's Crowley now. I can just play him right now. I guess it is kind of a rush deck in a sense, even though it tries to make use of mostly mechs. So he's pretty much trying to go for a uh, combo paladin, I guess.
All charged up. Scanning for hostiles.
So I definitely need to try and get through the taunts though if I want to make sure he doesn't get his maneuver off. And I really need my rushers right now. Not Beryllium Nullifier either.
Flashlings are so fragile.
Job done.
Had to do what I could to try and keep this alive against Ancient Brewmaster here. But the problem is he already has a horseman in his hand, so he just needs to try and get the other three. And he goes ahead and does that, which kind of makes that pointless now. Like, why is he even trying to do this if, you know, his goal is trying to do the Darien or the Paladin hero power here? Of course, there's my rusher. I sort of feel like this game, I'm too far behind and I'm not getting any of my cards that I need. And I guess I could have done the bulldozer into the 1-1 rush so I could get rid of his 3-7 taunt at least, but
Frostmourne calls.
yep, that's game.
I choose death.
Hmm. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I didn't get Brawl at all. Which would have helped me there. So would Town Crier just to try and get some of my stuff out. Ah well, this feels like it's one of those decks that I need to construct or work on a bit more, but let's move on to something else for a bit. I feel like I want to do something with Paladin, but I'm not sure what. Like, it would be cool if I had Kangor's Endless Army, just because of the whole magnetic upgrade thing. I guess I could craft that, maybe, but I'm not, like, I feel like I want to hold off on that just in case. Maybe I'll do a mage deck. Feel like I have some of the mage cards I need for it, so. Let's see, what's out of the new stuff I could do? Yeah, let's just go with a mage combo. Let's see, so we need to get some mage apprentices, arcane intellect. Let's get research project, primordial glyph. Let's see if I remember right to do it. Oh yeah, leyline manipulator. Saclarim. Let's see, arcane artifactor. Alright, let's go ahead and, I guess, put in arcane keysmith and some ice barriers. Molten reflection. See, Archmage Adonis, Frostless Jaina, Flame Strike, Meteor, Blizzard. And let's go ahead and put in the Meteorologist here. And maybe I'll take out one ice barrier just to put in another meteorologist here. And see how this works. Let's go 3.0. So 1.0 was the original with Ice Block, Molten Reflection, Sorcerer's Apprentice, and
Versus Lunara.
pretty much using a lot of cards from Ungoro
Knowledge
to make it work. Since we have a lot more card draw now, we'll see how much that helps or not.
Greetings, fellow seeker of truth. Job done. Out of my jungle.
Hey look, I can make him overdraw.
My hand overflows.
Marvelous.
Oh, he's making me overdraw now too. That could be a problem.
My hand is full.
Yeah, there goes one of my guys.
Need a key?
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Epic fit.
Well, at least I got plenty of the bigger pieces and then plenty of control, I guess.
Reality woven.
There we go. Had to do something to, reduce my hand size here. See, after you play the rightmost card in your hand, draw a card. Okay, so that's gotta be hard to do if my rightmost hand is Archmage right here. Or no, that's left. So my right would be the Flame Strike here or Frostless Jaina. So that's gonna take a while too. Or I guess technically it would be my Leyline manipulator right now, so. Maybe she isn't that actually good because you sort of have to be careful what pieces you play. And she wouldn't really get you that much in terms of draw if you have to hold off on playing certain cards.
Job done.
What if...
Well, time for Frost Lich.
Do not fear power. Fear those who wield it.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Oh, it's a value druid, huh? Oh cool, I can make use of this right now. Might as well with how big my hand is.
Hold the cosmos.
So much for that, I guess. I guess technically I could do Stargazer and Blizzard, and that would draw me a card. Keep my hand up. But since he does has Naturalize, I might want to avoid that actually.
What if...
At least I do have combo, so it doesn't really matter if he gets Hadronox and all that out. I just need to empty my hand a little and get the last few pieces. Please, not my sorcerers. Phew. At least that's the last Naturalize he had.
The future is ours.
Well, it even highlights the one you have to play, just to remind you how she works. Oh, that's nice, actually. But yeah, I pretty much have most of the pieces in my hand. I just need to finally use them. Of course. Well, there's finally my Sorcerer's Apprentice there. So I can finally start doing something with some of the stuff I have, but...
Time melts away.
Seriously? Counterspell, Mirror Entity, or Frozen Clone? Let's hope he's stupid enough and plays a taunt or something. But yeah, I've lost, pretty much. Like, you know, I should have had my other secret play or something, but... But like, if I could have gotten my sorcerers so much earlier, that would have changed everything. You would think being able to draw over 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, over 8 cards would speed things up a little. Why is he doing that? This isn't wild. Ice block isn't around anymore. So yeah, I think Stargazer for the most part probably won't really work that well, because you're too picky. And then Meteorologist, sadly, you know, he kind of sucks. Unless you can buff his spell thing or something. Oh, okay. I only had one ice barrier, so Arcane Keysmith kind of sucks too, because you mostly just want ways to survive. So you'd mostly want mostly ice barrier to do anything at all. Oh well, potentially I should probably think of other decks, not just the combo one. But yeah, I'll see what I think. For now, I need a short break and some water, so I'll be right back. Alright, let's see what else we can kind of build here out of the new cards. Yeah, I guess for the most part, the idea would kind of be like a kind of a minion deck, because especially with the this guy Archmage, you kind of create like a minion elemental deck or something. So maybe I'll try going with that. So let me just get rid of this and start new. Oh yeah, that's it. I forgot Archaeologist. Probably should have had her in there for the combo deck, but oh well. Well, let's put her back in, since she can work a little bit better for this one. Oh, that's it. Lesser Spellstone. Oh, I only have one of him, so never mind. Alright, I guess we'll see how well this works out. Or actually, I guess there is one other elemental I can kind of run here that I'm forgetting. Where is he? Was he? Yeah, I think he is a 5 drop. Or maybe not. Oh no, there he is. Right here. Servant of Calamos. Yeah, I guess I don't feel like really running Book of Specters because I have too many spells as it is. I'd rather just be able to draw a card then. I don't know what to call it yet, but I'll at least try this out once. Well, that was weird. I think I sort of like my Rush Warrior Mad Genius guy a bit more so far. I might go back to playing a few matches with that.
Knowledge is power. Greetings, fellow seeker of truth.
Well, I guess thank you.
Thank you, my friend.
Well, that works out at least. Lesser Ruby Spellstone will be upgraded here, and I get something back. Seriously, you just naturalized that already? Well, thanks, I guess.
Brothers, heed my call.
I don't really have many spells I can play right now. Is he really gonna try and mill me here? It'd be kind of a waste if he did.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Well, that works out actually. Snap Freeze. The best thing since Shatter. Because at least this time it actually works without needing to... it can freeze something or it destroys it if it's already frozen, so... Not too bad. Thanks to our friend here. I figured getting the cheaper one was probably better because it would allow me to do something right away if I needed to. And it just worked out that way. Actually, I guess technically I could have frozen his face and then swung, but this way he kind of has to spend 2 mana to answer the 1/1. Or use Wrath, which is still 2 mana to do that just to get the draw and another draw, really. I'm not quite sure what he's trying to draw into, though. Oh, there's my Archmage, but I'm kind of full on mana right now.
Science overwhelmed.
That's a good one. You really do know, like if you can find some of those little memes or nods here and there, you can definitely tell the developers kind of know, you know, they're nerds too, just as some of us are. When it comes to references to TV shows or comic books or the like. Sadly, he's barely playing anything at all. Creature-wise, like I haven't really had to use anything polymorph or anything else really, which is kind of disappointing. At this point, I might just, you know, use Archmage here, which I probably should have put in the Sorcerer's Apprentices if I put him in too, but oh well.
Do you like to play with fire?
So armor? Oh, draw. What are you trying to draw? That's still what I'm wondering about. Like, is there a combo you're looking for? Because I haven't seen any taunts. And you just gave me my last mana crystal, I guess. Yeah, sadly my hand's a bit full, so going with that might not be a good idea.
I did this. I cursed them all. Flame on! Flame on!
I would have played, you know, my other thing here too, but as I said, I got both Flame Strikes and Polymorphs right away. So that's not helping.
The circle of life is over.
That's kind of a weird noise to make. Oh, here we go. I can add 2 random minions. But whenever I draw, I get a copy of a minion, so I'm good here. Oh, that's kind of interesting, getting Houndmaster.
In the best shape of my life. Another falls.
Oh, he was trying to do the Malagos combo? Because that's the only reason you run Moonfire. So you can do the combo.
require my assistance? Aha! 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 Job's done.
Still digging. Oh, thanks. That doesn't help.
Thank you, my friend. Aha! To battle! Aha!
It was a bit late on that, but whatever. So, well, that worked out, I guess. Even though I think he got really unlucky, because he definitely drew plenty of cards. He just couldn't seem to do anything with them. But let's go ahead and do a quick paladin deck here, I guess. Let's just go ahead and do this. And the question would be if I decide to craft this or just find a replacement. Oh well, I think I'll do lay on hands here just to get the card draw. And just do that for now since I don't have Khadgar's. Like, let me check what legendaries I don't have and you know which ones would be good or I would want at all. That I still don't have. Oh, there. Well, yeah, if I just look at here, it doesn't really make much. Like, it's mostly just this guy here, but like as I said, I feel like they missed out on a big mech creature like technically they have one a long time ago, but they never really did much after that, really. Hmm. Yeah, I think the Kangor's Endless Army is interesting, but I guess it depends on kind of how the magnetic or resurrection part works. I guess I haven't really done anything with Rogue much, have I? Well, that's kind of the problem with a lot of the sets, having two legendaries per set, and if you don't get that many of the legendaries, then it can kind of be hard to get the ones you want. Like, I didn't really care for Dark or Dr. Morgan at all, so. But disenchanting them doesn't really get you as much as you would like. I think that's kind of my problem. Like, instead of being 1/4, I feel like it should be at least half. If they wanted to do something like that, but nope. So I might do Whizbang, or I'm not sure if I will do whiz bang or not, just to get all the deck recipes and just go and have at it. If any of them are good or not, or like maybe do one day do Mecha Cthulhu, who knows. But I'll just do the categories and this army here and give it a try, see how this one works without the legendary. I feel like if they really wanted people to be able to try out all the decks, they should either do a Tavern Brawl for it, or just simply gave everyone Whizbang. Since, you know, that's sort of the point of Whizbang, really. They should have just given him Whizbang. But, oh well, whatever. It's their company, they get to do what they want. Let's see if we can get some earlier game stuff here. Oh, there we go. We got Glowtron. That's weird. I wasn't expecting to face off against Chuck Norris. Yeah, I figure I would just save Glowtron here for, or save a buff from Magnetic maybe a bit later. Well, here we go. I could get some card draw going too. But, let's go ahead and let's see. If I play this, I'll buff it to 3 attack. That'll be 4, so not quite enough.
Which path to choose? Converting stored energy. To battle!
I'd rather not go too all in to one minion, just because I know, you know, sap or plenty of other stuff can get rid of things. Because I guess the only problem with the whole buffing, like as I said, it's silenceable, so they lose the stats plus the abilities that go with it. So that's kind of the problem with silence being as powerful as it is still. Like, at least there is the advantage of that they get buffed and they can still attack right away. But, like, it's kind of like any other buff, so it's kind of like they can either be good on their own, or you can merge them together and get buffed. So, I guess to me, it sort of feels like Magnetic maybe should be immune to something like that, and it should be a different keyword that silences it, maybe, or something. I don't know. Like, that's the problem that Blizzard has had to begin with, is that silence is too powerful. And so it's kind of disappointing that, you know, you try to do all these crazy stuff and then silence. And that's it. Which is why they've been trying to careful about adding any new silence or changes to the deck. Yeah, let me just make use of this then.
Photonic burst. Reporting for duty.
Seriously, cold blood.
To battle. Reporting for duty.
Sure, I could have given it rush, but that wouldn't make much difference. Besides, I can save it for next turn anyway if I really need to. Or give it something else maybe.
So many options.
At least it's not a Kingsbane deck.
Put your faith in the light. To battle. To battle.
It must be the cheat death one then. I don't think this being a 0-5 for 5 is actually that great. Even if it does give you a good target for, you know, magnetic stuff to do, it still seems kind of meh.
Dark One snuffs all.
You have
Well
my gratitude.
played. The light protects me.
To battle.
Yep, cheat death.
To battle.
I guess I'll just get rid of this now while I have the chance.
I get.
Well played.
Well, that worked out alright, I guess. Oh, good, I almost just need one more game for the season chest. So yeah, I guess, like, for the most part, if you're on the fence about what decks you want to play or what you think might be good, you could always do Whizbang. I think Whizbang will work out just fine, but I would say wait until tomorrow maybe, just because depending on what the Tavern Brawl is, they might just give you Whizbang in Tavern Brawl. They might just give everyone Whizbang for all I know. If people are kind of annoyed at how things worked out this season or something, we'll see. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and put in Geosculptor here. I still want the pinata, just to give me some stuff. So hopefully everything's going great for everyone enjoying the set today. Hope you got stuff that you were hoping to get, and if you didn't, you at least got some good stuff you can play with.
Anduin! The light shall bring victory.
Victory or death!
I guess not too bad of a start so far.
Mind if I roll need?
Let's see. Well, I guess I still have a bit more to go before I really need to do other stuff here. And I could just buff it with Bronze Gatekeeper here next turn. See what else he plays.
Access denied.
Yeah, maybe having shield slams in here would be good with being able to get armor so easily thanks to Eternium here and the magnetic stuff.
Crush the enemy! Defend your earth!
Well, he's gotten all the draw he's needed, doesn't he?
I will show you fear.
Is he trying to draw the cloner, I guess? Oh, I'll probably go ahead and... Or, no, I guess I don't need to worry about that. Especially since I just got that now. So...
Attack!
I'll just go ahead and buff him again. And draw some cards. Oh good, I got my Yip here. So I could at least try and find out what my legendary minion is right away. By being able to rush it.
We hunger for vengeance.
Mind if I roll need?
Oh, thanks, I guess.
My thanks.
Oh, cool, I just got Dr. Boom. So now I can make everything rush.
Attack!
I guess I'll just go ahead and discount some of my mechs. Or, yeah, I guess they're not really that great to discount right now. So I'd rather just be able to play my Dr. Boom here. I guess that works out fine for me, funny enough. But let's Dr. Boom here first, just to get things started.
I'm so
Yeah, that way I can start doing stuff with the hero power here. And then I can Geo Sculptor here to get a 10 drop right away, pretty much.
Do you like to play with fire?
How much draw do you really need? Is there really a combo you're trying to go for in this case? Didn't think there was a combo, was there? That could, you know, just pretty much win you the game. Yeah, Kaboom definitely isn't one of the better ones, I think.
Come dance to my song.
Rush the enemy! Defend your attack!
Oh, cool, I got Blast Shield. Even though I'm not getting 10 drops anymore, sadly. I'm still not sure what he's going for. Oh, there's a Stone Tusk Boar. I'm guessing he wanted to do something with that, but oh well. I guess I should kill it just in case, because that seems kind of really weird to have and suspicious.
Let's go! Shiny here, shiny there, big shiny!
Get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Okay, he keeps buffing this, but it can't attack right away though.
Get me out of here!
But it gives him all the copies he needs to do stuff, right?
Must move quickly.
Get me out of here!
Can he really play them fast enough? Because it feels like this should really have ended right now. Seriously, he actually got all the time he needed to do this part here?
You have better.
Oh, he never got internal fire. Seriously? Alright. Well, I guess that turned out alright. Well, let's see. We got our quest completed. We got our season chest for this month. We got plenty of opened cards. We played some games. I think that's about it for me today. So thanks to everyone for joining me today for the Boomsday project. You know, it looks like an alright set, but we'll see as things go, just kind of what to expect from the meta and all that stuff. But of course, I won't be too worried about that since I'm not doing as much with Hearthstone lately, but I like to keep an eye on it, and I'll at least be able to talk about it a bit. But tomorrow you can expect me to play Fortnite again and check out what they've added into patch 5.2, see how that is. So until next time, have fun gaming.